I don't even know anymore. I just don't. I was streaming on here last night. Dave comes on, Jake comes on, Pudsey comes on, Mara comes on, and they all come to my base. And they all just... like what? I don't even know what I'm like supposed to like. There was arrows everywhere. Everything's been shot off here. I logged off because they were just fighting inside of my storage room, and I'm just. Task number 1: clear up the mess. See in a bit. I had him for 7 days, 1 week, 1 week. Alright, so I've double checked everywhere. I think I've actually managed to find everything. The only place I haven't checked is the mines. As long as they haven't been in there. It's took me half an hour to clear up the mess. Just because they decided to come to my place during a live stream and annoy me. I don't even understand. That looks fine by me. I'm going down there anyway to do some mining. So... let me go and actually empty the iron farm if there's any iron in here. Anything else? I don't... Why is there a torch up there? That's weird. Don't know why there's light up there. That creeper's going to blow up. Oh, it's another one of the lighting glitches. Damn it! So there's a torch. These lighting glitches are weird. Ooh, there we go. Okay, so should have been up here actually. Gonna empty the iron farm, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna knock. Hopefully, oh, I don't even know where the to-do list is. I may have lost the to-do list. No, they killed me a bunch of times. Oh, it's gone. Oh, no. They killed me a bunch of times. They like killed me like 2 or 3 times. Hence the no XP and the limited armor. And in the process of throwing everything back to me, I bet they didn't throw the bulk. I bet they just didn't even think about it. Crap. Oh, no. Oh, I'm mad. Damn it. That sucks. Maybe I left it in a chest. Because I knew they were... Oh, I don't know. I'll go and check now. But what I'm going to do is... I think I can pretty much remember everything that was on there. I may have opened it up in the last episode as well. Hopefully I have. If not, I'll have to watch the stream back. I think I might have to watch the stream back, actually. Oh, that's not going to be good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, because we have no diamonds, I'm going to take this, the only worthy possession I have right now, pretty much, Fortune 3 mending. So it mines slow, but it mines everything, and it's Fortune 3, and it's mending, so it will never break. So I'm going to go mining. It'll be a cut for you, but it may be like 6 hours, maybe 8 hours, maybe a day, maybe 2 days. But I'm going to go now, get mining, try and get as many stacks of diamonds as possible, try and get my wealth back up there. Where would I have put the book? Yes! Oh, thank God. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to get the diamond hoard up. Or hoard, is it? Is that the right word? I don't know. I'm going to get that up, and that's going to be... yeah, I'm just gonna go mining in the strip mines. Something I haven't done. Chill out, watch some videos, stuff like that. Let's do it. And we are back. So, what I actually want to talk about, rather than you guys, I know I said as I went off that I would just skip back to when I have, I don't know, been mining for so long, but on that, like, I've since realised tomorrow is when this episode's got to go up. Well, no, tomorrow is when I've got to get this episode sort of finished by, because the day after it goes up. But the day after, no, tomorrow night I'm going out. It's like belated birthday celebrations with my friends and everything, which is the day before you guys see this. So when you guys see this, last night I was actually out with my friends, but belated birthday celebrations, and this episode was going to get done last night, which is the day before it's supposed to go out. But I don't really have the time because I'm working all day, so I literally will have no time, and there'll be no episode if I do what I was supposed to do or thinking of doing. But my schedule is just ridiculous at the minute. So we're going to mine for about, I don't know, however long it takes to talk about this topic, and then we're going to end the episode there, and I'm going to carry on doing this off camera. So what I want to talk about is Pokemon Go. It's recently released in the UK. If you guys don't know this, it's been released in America, Australia, and New Zealand for a long time, like a good week. Like, it was closing in on like a week and a half, and then they started releasing it. I think they released it in Germany next. Then they released it in the UK the day after. And the reason that they like released it in Germany first was because it's like the second biggest European country. They wanted to test how because it was like the hype had been building, and the hype was really big for the launch in Australia, New Zealand, and America. But that like crashed the servers. So it's like, what's going to happen when you've got one of the biggest continents in the world all get in the game after they've seen the rest of the world, or a lot of the world, so hyped about this game, like just after they've they had to test it on a country just to see how many people are roughly just going to be like flocking to this new app. But I'm guessing it all went well, because the day after the UK got it, and a load more countries in Europe, and that's the day that I record this. So I'm currently one day into Pokemon Go. By the time you guys see this, it'll have been out for like 2 or 3 days or something. And oh my god, is it amazing. I haven't had time to do too much, but I have had time to go to the city. And I do strongly advise, if you guys are wanting to play Pokemon Go and have the means to actually play. Really luckily for me, the city that I live in, Nottingham, actually has free Wi-Fi in the city centre. And you might wonder, some people might wonder how that works, but free Wi-Fi in the city centre is essentially, it's like a good, like, from like the very centre point of the city, it's a good like half a mile from like the centre point, and by the centre point of if anyone does know Nottingham, from like I base like the centre point around sort of like the old Market Square, which is like pretty much what everyone classes as like the centre of Nottingham. And from there you have free Wi-Fi, and it's pretty decent Wi-Fi as well, just throughout the city. You can access it anywhere basically. So yeah, like and so I've not really had to use any data on my phone. I could quite easily use the data and everything, but I've not needed to. When I went to the city anyway, when I'm like sort of round in the fields near me, when I'm doing my workouts and everything, then I've not really I've not really had free Wi-Fi to use, but it's been fun nonetheless, and I've loved it. And if you guys are near a city and you have the means to be able to play Pokemon Go in that city, I would strongly suggest going into the city. For one, there's a lot more stuff. I need to walk 2 to 3 minutes to the closest gym / Pokemart, is it? Or Pokestop. I can't remember what they're calling them. So yeah, I need to walk 2 to 3 minutes sort of thing to get to the nearest one. If I'm at my house, which is not that long, and there's like a few near me. I've got like a walk that I do if I'm not doing my workout and stuff and just catching Pokemon like while I'm doing my workout. I've got a walk that I do, and I go past about 3 gyms and about 5 Pokestops. So yeah, that's like near me. But put it this way: as soon as I got off, or sort of got into the centre of Nottingham, within like the market square in Nottingham, I could walk 50 meters in any direction. And, well, put it this way, within 100 meters, sort of like circular distance around me, there was about 5 to 6. And 100 meters is like 10, 15 seconds walking. Actually, no, probably not that long. No, it's a bit longer. It's like 30 seconds walking. Within like 30 seconds walking, you could get to about 10 different Pokemarts or Pokestops. You could get to like 5 different gyms, and it's just a sea of so many people. And a lot of people use like the lure modules, which is like the things that like lure like rarer Pokemon to the Pokestops. And a lot of people use them because quite a lot of them are at like cafes and stuff, so people actually use them for one another. I've got one that I've been given that through like leveling up in the game. I'm just wondering when to use it. I'm gonna sort of like wait until I see like, I don't know. Basically, I'm going to wait until like I walk past like a load of like, because I'm guessing most kids will use theirs straight away without really sort of knowing too much into it. So I'm going to wait until I walk past like a bunch of kids. I mean like a solid 10 to 12 or something, and be like, dudes, are you guys going to be staying here for like the next half an hour or something? And if there's no lure module there, I'm just going to drop a lure module for them and then just walk off like, enjoy kids. And then just like, because I'd have loved that if I was a kid. I'd have loved that. And it really does make a difference. You catch like upwards of like, if you are like just like generally walking around that area as well and sort of just staying within the general vicinity, instead of catching like 5 to 6 Pokemon in like the half an hour period, you'll catch like a solid like 20 to 25. I've in the first lure module I got, and there was like I wasn't in a very populated area. I was in a big field. The first lure module that I was like experienced, and I didn't really know what I was doing. It was like an hour after getting the game. I caught like 14 Pokemon. Ever since then, every other lure module that I've seen, and I've like been around for the full half an hour, I've caught like 20 to 25 Pokemon. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. So I'm going to try and drop mine on like the like. And try and be, I'm not going to use them for myself, essentially. I'm going to be, like, trying to see people that are playing the game and, like, young kids or something. Or, like, if there's, like, a nice place that I could drop it for loads of people, I might do that. And just, I'm going to try and be Mr. Nice Guy. But what I want to talk about, because I've sort of rambled about Pokemon Go, is how awesome the game is. Like, Nintendo, they're getting a lot of props for it, and a lot of people are saying good things, but I just need to sort of echo the same things that some people are saying. So this game, put it this way, the whole thing about gamers, the whole thing about the mentality of gamers is that the stereotype is they sit in their computer chairs, they sit in their houses, they play on their consoles, they play on their PCs, whatever it may be, they play on their handheld devices, and they don't go out and play like the good old days. Now, first of all, don't get me started on the good old days. Sorry about that, someone's at the door. So yeah, don't get me started on the good old generation. Was that even what I said? Yeah, but yeah, in my old day and all of that stuff, I don't like that. Things were better in the olden days. Like it's complete and utter rubbish. And I strongly do think that I think my parents and that sort of generation, the generation that are sort of in their 40s/50s now, those sorts of generations, I think it's slowly starting to die out. They still sort of like jokingly say it like back in my day, but really they're taking the mick out of their parents that have said that to them, and I don't think they really mean it. And I do think that it is time that that sort of like way of thinking, that sort of really naive and sort of dismissive way of thinking, just gets dropped. I don't think I don't think it's helpful to anyone. I don't think it's regardless of whether it's joking or not, with air quotes. I just don't think it's a good thing to think about, even jokingly. society moves on and things develop, and you honestly can't say things like that. I'm getting off on a tangent. So the whole stereotype of gamers is that they stay inside, they game, and they don't go out and live life to the fullest. First of all, don't tell people what to do. Straight up. Whether you are telling someone, you can be concerned for someone, 100%. And if you are good friends with someone, and if you are a family member, you are well within your right to become concerned with someone. If there are dangers to someone else, if there are dangers to themselves, there is definitely cause for concern. And you are allowed to be. You just need to approach that in a way that that they will respect you for that, and possibly thank you later on down the line. And there's many instances, whether it be with health, someone may be overweight, whether it's someone may be getting addicted to something, which happens in gaming. It happens in many walks of life, in many different things in life. And they're just a couple of examples of loads of things that can have a negative effect that can be helped by friends and or family, just taking them to one side, doing an intervention, doing whatever, and sort of letting them know that they can, and letting them know that this could be a problem, and trying to help them. And that's honestly a good thing. And people that are strong enough to do that with their friends, and people that are strong enough to accept that they may have a problem are just mind blowing to me. It's honestly quite lovely to see in most cases. But this game has taken, Pokemon Go has taken a massive chunk of the gaming generation, and I'm generalizing the gaming generation here. I'm not talking about the gaming generation of like kids under 13, or the gaming generation of 13 to 18 year olds, or the gaming generation of 18 to 25 year olds, or the gaming generation of 25 to 35, or the gaming generation of 35 plus to 50, or the gaming generation of 50 plus. This has taken every single age group of gamers. This game has merged every single gamer in the world into one sort of generation. This is just a new thing that has, now this has been done before. I know it's been done before, and before someone says this has been done before, I know there was a game that's out that is apparently 10 times better than Pokemon Go, the exact same aspect, but because this is Pokemon, everyone's loving it. Okay, fine, fair enough. But this game has taken, because it's not blown up like any other game that's tried to do something like this, and it's taken every single gamer out there that has ever dreamt of something like this, that has ever thought that could be quite cool. I may give that a go if that ever comes out, and they've given it a go, and it's brought together gamers of all ages. Not many things have ever done that. Straight up, not many things have ever done that. I can't think of anything that's ever done that has brought up so many different that has brought together so many different gaming generations. I've put it this way: the app launched, right? The app launched at about 9 a.m. my time. In the UK, it launched for me on the Apple Store about 9 a.m. It may have been a little bit earlier. That's when I saw it, and I did check at about 7 a.m. So it wasn't too long after. Oh, finally, first diamonds. It wasn't too long after that I checked that it launched. So I downloaded it within the first 2 to 3 hours. I looked out my window after I downloaded it, and I saw every single kid, like, because I live in a neighbourhood that's really friendly. I recognise the faces of most people that live on the same road as me. I know quite a lot of them by name. I recognised a solid like 10 to 15 young kids that were like that were just there playing this with their, like, a few of them were just like sat outside their front house playing it. A few of them were like dragging their parents down the road. But what I noticed was there was kids, young kids, there was teenagers, there was young adults, there was parents with their kids, and it wasn't like a few of them were playing it. Every single one of them was playing it. The adults that had the kids downloaded it on their smartphone, because everyone's got a smartphone now, or the majority of people have smartphones. So like the parents were downloading it. Even the parents that didn't really know what Pokemon was were downloading it and playing it with their kids, and they were enjoying it. I saw on their face that they were enjoying this game. You could see how happy they were playing this game. And it's not just the game, right? The game itself is lacking in so many areas. And I'll be the first to admit that. So many areas Pokemon Go is lacking. There's so many things that they've said they're currently developing, and they need to develop quite fast if they want this game to continue to grow and continue to sustain in the way it has been. But this game has taken, like, it's... in some cases, it's just changed the relationship between some parents and their kids, which in itself is so remarkable that it's almost made the game worthwhile just in that aspect. But it's also brought together, like, you'll see some wonderful things, like some young kids that are like there with their parents, and then they'll run into like a bunch of teenagers where, like, if they just saw them in the park, if their parents might tell their kids to avoid them just because of how they look, just because there's like 15 to 20 of them or something, they might go, oh, you don't know what they're going to do, sort of thing. And it's just the mentality of some people sometimes. And it is what it is. But you see like a group of teenagers walk up to a group of kids with their parents and start like helping them and start telling them like what they can and can't do, start trying to help them play this game. And you see like the parents are like, because the teenagers can explain it better than their kids, the teenagers can explain it to the parents a little bit better and can explain what this game's all about, and then they become more interested, and some of them are now playing it. You've got the generation that grew up with this sort of like the original Pokemon, they're obsessed with it, which is me and my sort of generation. You've got my like parents of like that had kids that grew up in that generation when Pokemon first came out, like my parents. Even they're interested in it. They haven't downloaded it, but they're interested in it. And it's honestly crazy to see, and it's brought so many different people together. I can't believe how wonderful this game is, and how amazing Pokemon Go is. It's amazing. I can't even put it into words how wonderful this is. I can't wait to see where it goes. And even if in 2 months' time this game dies out and not many people play it, you've had this almost experiment of what gaming can do, of what gaming can bring to families, to communities, to just the whole gaming world. Regardless of where this game goes, regardless of whether it actually pans out into anything, or whether it just fizzles out and not many people play it and are playing it down the line in 2 to 3 months' time. You've had this experiment and you've learned a hell of a lot. Not just about games, not just about gaming, but about the culture that surrounds gaming and the culture that surrounds some people's... Oh God, I may die. The culture that surrounds some people's sort of like, I don't know, thoughts on what gaming's about, and sort of and some people's perspectives on gamers and gaming, because there's a lot of people that probably would just, if you told them about this, would go, oh, that's stupid, that's so nerdy, but they try it and they love it. So I'm very interested to see where Pokemon Go does go with this. I'm interested to see where Pokemon Go goes. But I'm very interested to see where this game ends up in the near future, and I'm very interested to see. I'm just going to block myself in. I'm very interested to see sort of what updates and what things come to the Pokemon Go game in the incoming weeks and months and years. I'm really hoping for the best for this game because I love it at the minute. I can't wait to go into the city more with some of my friends. I can't wait to drop random learn modules just with like when I see like a cool group of kids that I think may want it. I can't wait to just be... This game is amazing and I can't wait to play more of it, and I can't wait to see where it goes. And yeah, let me know what you guys think of Pokemon Go in the comments down below. Have you played it? Have you tried it? Are you thinking of trying it? How has it affected you, your community, people around you? Let me know. I want to start talking about this in the comments. Please let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, thank you for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.